it's Andy again from the Egocast channel, and I've been doing this since November, December, not YouTube, but doing these kind of response videos, and I really think I've figured out my backbone to my channel. You know, the thing that I'm going to do that you're going to come to me for. And what that is when somebody makes a video like this, I'm gonna make them look like a complete fucking asshole.
You may have read about Bill C-23, a bill likely to pass in this session of Parliament. Several airports in Canada have a functioning U.S. Customs screening area, meaning if you're taking a trip to the USA, you can completely clear U.S. Customs before you even leave Canadian soil. Bill C-23 affects how these checkpoints would work, but it's a little complicated to explain, so let's convert this into language all Canadians understand. Tim Hortons coffee.
I mean, it's not gonna be tough to do. This is a really complex law, so we're gonna pretend like it's coffee, cause that will just clear everything the fuck up.
So you own a strip mall, and one of your tenants is Tim Hortons.
So like, is the strip mall supposed to be the airport? Or is the strip mall supposed to be Canada? Or is the strip mall supposed to be the US? What the fuck is the strip mall supposed to be? If Tim Hortons is the checkpoint, that would make the strip mall the airport, right? So I own the airport. That's what we're saying here. I own the airport. Tim Hortons, that's the fucking checkpoint. Alright, gotcha.
Today you're going to Tim Hortons to pick up your morning coffee, a bagel, and a box of Timbits. For the office. Or for you. We all have bad days. You walk in and place your order with your cashier.
So the cashier is like the Border Patrol agent. This is becoming very clear to me.
Your cashier asks you why you want a coffee today. What are you planning on doing with your coffee? Have you or your immediate family members ever ordered from a foreign coffee chain before?
Now see, I'm not saying that you're a shitty person and you're trying to be purposefully misleading in any way. But this is the stupidest fucking comparison I have ever heard on any topic, ever. And like making stupid comparisons, that's kind of like my thing. Like, I do that a lot. But this is fucking by far the dumbest. So, the guy you're ordering coffee from, he's asking you all sorts of questions. Like I said, I'm not saying that she's trying to be purposefully misleading, but she is making it sound like, why would this coffee guy be asking me so many questions? But when you think that the coffee guy in this instance is actually a Border Patrol agent, it begins to make a fuckload more sense, doesn't it?
What do you think of Daniel Schwartz, the current CEO of Tim Hortons? Your cashier asks to see your phone and wants to know if you've ever negatively tweeted about honey crullers before.
See, again, I'm not trying to say that she's fear-mongering anyway by making this retarded fucking comparison, but she is, after all, referring to a Border Patrol agent, not a coffee barista. I just want to make sure that everybody keeps that in mind. Because, see, she's doing this to make it simpler for you. So why bother, you know, just...
Let's say at this point you've decided you've had enough. You say, never mind, I'll get a booster juice. Have a great day. And right now that's fine. You're legally allowed to do that.
But I gotta tell you, if you're willing to go all the way to the airport, or willing to drive all the way to the border, sit in line, wait, sit around, kick around your bags, do all this, that, and the other thing, get up to the guy, and when he starts asking you questions, you go, whoa, I didn't realize you were going to start asking me questions and wanting to look through my shit. Never mind, I'm just going to leave. As of right now, that's fine, you can just do that. Whatever crimes you've just stopped yourself from committing, who cares?
But let's apply C-23 type regulations to this scenario. Under C-23 type regulations, your Tim Hortons cashier could pull you into the back room.
Now see, I do have to say that this is the first instance in which she blatantly fucking lies to you. Limitation. Now, this is from the actual bill. See, I don't want to confuse the issue, and it's a very complex issue, so I'm going to go over the fucking bill with you guys. Limitation, and this is under the section of Canadians going from Canada to the U.S. A pre-clearance officer is not permitted to exercise any powers of questioning or interrogation, examination, search, seizure, forfeiture, detention, or arrest that are conferred under the laws of the United States. So they're not allowed to just take you into the back room. They're actually not allowed to do that at all.
You could legally be held there and forced to answer questions about your coffee preferences and why you decided not to order a double-double today. There's no clear time limit on how long they could detain you.
Detention for offense. If a pre-clearance officer has any reasonable grounds to believe that a person has committed an offense under an act of parliament, the officer may, in a pre-clearance area or pre-clearance perimeter, detain the person and detain any goods they have on their person and any goods under their control, if the goods may be evidence of the offense. Delivery. The pre-clearance officer must, as soon as feasible, deliver the person and any detained goods into the custody of a police officer or border service officer. Now, granted, it doesn't give a specific amount of time, but as soon as feasible, that's a specific amount of time.
You could be held against your will by tenants in a strip mall that you own.
See, again, this is why this is the stupidest motherfucking thing. If I own the fucking airport, I'm not going through fucking customs clearance. I'm getting on my private fucking jet and flying to fucking wherever the hell I want to go.
This is what Bill C-23 does. It allows U.S. Customs and Border Patrol to detain Canadian citizens and Canadian permanent residents on Canadian soil. For greater certainty, Section 19 and subsection 27(1) of the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act do not operate so as to prevent a border service officer from, under the laws of the United States, detaining a person in a pre-clearance area or pre-clearance perimeter and delivering them into the custody of the United States federal, state, tribal, or local law enforcement agent. Now, let me explain to you, using my own little thing here. Let's say you have this pre-clearance area in Canada, right? It's run by U.S. officials, because they're pre-clearing you to go from Canada into the United States. The United States has a whole different set of laws than Canada. Not completely. We have very similar laws. But nevertheless, we have different laws. So if you're traveling from Canada into the United States, don't you think it would be fucking intelligent to have United States law enforcement checking you as opposed to Canadian enforcement, which might not be familiar enough with American laws to actually stop you from committing American crimes. So, the way it works is, like, let's just say, for instance, that little area, the pre-clearance area in the Canadian airport, that is technically U.S. soil for the purposes of pre-clearing people to go into the United States. It's the U.S. You go into the pre-clearance area, and you have already come into the United States, right? You haven't crossed the border yet, but you're in the U.S. as far as you're dealing with U.S. law now, right? So that's why U.S. officials can detain Canadian citizens on technically Canadian soil, but it's not really. It isn't. You're in the U.S. in those little pre-clearance areas. And likewise, in the United States, because this isn't just a one-sided thing, in the United States, there are pre-clearance areas to go to Canada, and those are considered Canadian soil. And they are run by Canadian enforcement agents. So, it's kind of like there's a little waypoint in between where you're technically there. It's like an embassy. You're on U.S. soil if you're in a U.S. embassy, no matter where the fuck you are, because U.S. laws apply in that one building. Just like in this pre-clearance area,
U.S. law apply no matter where the fuck you are. It doesn't matter you're in Canada. You're under U.S. law to go to the United States. Does that make any sense? Or should I do like a fucking, I don't know, Pizza Hut thing?
Even if you change your mind and decline to enter the USA.
Withdrawal. Traveler may withdraw from pre-clearance. Unless they are detained under this act, every traveler bound for the United States may withdraw from pre-clearance and, subject to Section 30, may leave a pre-clearance area or pre-clearance perimeter without departing for the United States. Traveler's obligations. This is where it's important. A traveler who withdraws from pre-clearance must answer truthfully any questions asked by a pre-clearance officer under paragraph 31(2)(b) for the purpose of identifying the traveler or of determining the reasons for withdrawing, and comply with any other direction given by a pre-clearance officer in accordance with subsection 31(2). Powers on withdrawal. A pre-clearance officer may, for the purpose of maintaining the security or control over the border between Canada and the United States, exercise the following powers in a pre-clearance area or pre-clearance perimeter with respect to a traveler who is withdrawing from pre-clearance. Direct the traveler to identify themselves and to produce identification that contains their photograph that is issued by the federal government, a provincial or local government, or a foreign government. Question the traveler for the purposes of identifying them or determining their reason for withdrawing. Record and retain information obtained from the traveler under paragraph A or B, including by making a copy of the traveler's identification. Take and retain a photograph of the traveler if the traveler has not produced identification that contains their photograph and allows their identity to be verified. Visually examine a conveyance used by the traveler, and if the conveyance transports goods on a commercial basis, open its cargo compartments to visually examine the contents. Examine using means or devices that are minimally intrusive a conveyance used by the traveler without opening or entering it, if the pre-clearance officer has reasonable grounds to suspect that the traveler could compromise the security of or control over the border. So, there is a whole host of things that if you decide you're not going to comply with, fuck you, I ain't letting you take my picture and I ain't letting you photograph or take my identification. You do that, yeah, you're gonna get detained. And like I said before, you drive all the way to the border. You sit in the fucking line in your car. You're waiting. The officer comes up to you and says, "So what are your purposes for coming to America?" And you go, "Never mind, I changed my mind." I don't know. I would call that suspicious. So probably you're going to get detained.
There's a bit more to this bill, so let's go back to our Tim Hortons example.
Because that's been working so fucking well so far.
Let's say that Tim Hortons has detained you for a while and they're extremely suspicious of you. They want to make sure you're not hiding something on your physical person. Now, your strip mall has a very clear and specific strip search policy built right into the lease, like all democratic strip malls do.
Fucking Canadians have weird strip malls. Really, really weird strip malls.
Strip searches are only to be performed by an employee of the strip mall, named Becky, in this example. If Tim Hortons wants a strip search, they have to ask Becky to do it, and Becky has to agree to do it. Tim Hortons employees can be present, but Becky is the one asking you to squat and cough.
So I guess in Canada they have, like, strip search specialists? I don't know. And they must call them Becky?
Under C-23 type rules, your strip mall's policy on strip searches would completely disappear.
See, no. Canada's policies on strip searching is replaced by America's policies on strip searching. It's not that they disappear. They're not just like, we're going to take you in the back and strip search you. No, there's still laws and rules to that. It hasn't become the wild fucking West. It's just now you're working under the U.S. laws. Because you want to come to the U.S., that's like, here it comes. That's like if I'm working security at your house party, right? And fucking you've hired me to do security, right? So I live with you in your house, and I'm gonna do the security. Wait, hold on. Alright, so, you and I are roommates. And I live with you, and you say, hey, we're gonna check everybody that comes in here tonight, right? And then, if I were to say, okay, well, I'll do that, but I'm gonna have my buddy Phil actually do the checking, because I'm at a party. So, he's gonna do it. It would be like your roommate looking at you and going, why should I trust this dude? I've never met him before, and he doesn't live here. You see? I make stupid fucking comparisons.
Tim Hortons could call up Becky and say, hey Becky, we got a guy down here. I think he's hiding some Arby's in his pants. Will you come check for us? And even if Becky says the guy's fine, trust me.
Which nobody would do. Like, that is probably the most infantile statement she makes. That if a border agent calls up to the head strip search person or fucking whatever and says, hey, get down here, we need you to check this person, the person that does the strip search, they can't say, nah, I ain't doing it. Like, they're kind of bound by law to perform their duties as a law enforcement agent. So,
I'm not doing a strip search. Tim Hortons employees could perform a strip search anyway without her approval or her presence.
Strip search. A pre-clearance officer may, for the purpose of a strip search, detain a traveler bound for the United States if the officer has reasonable grounds to suspect that the traveler has on their person concealed goods or anything that would present a danger to human life or safety, and the search is necessary for the purpose of conducting pre-clearance. Second, request. Border Services Officer. On detaining a traveler for the purpose of a strip search, the pre-clearance officer must immediately request that a Border Service officer conduct the search and advise on the grounds on which the traveler was detained. So, must immediately request that a Border Service officer, that sounds like they have to get it's just lies. Like, it's just lies. I don't understand how you can feel good about yourself just fucking flat out lying. Just flat out fucking lying. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Under current law, physical searches must be performed by a Canadian Border Patrol officer. U.S. officers can be present, but they cannot conduct the search. Under C-23, U.S. officers could conduct the searches themselves, regardless of whether a Canadian officer deems it necessary.
Because you're not in Canada when you're in these pre-clearance areas. You're in the fucking U.S.
Under C-23 type regulations, if your strip mall employees were entitled to carry a gun, Tim Hortons employees would also be able to carry a gun.
We carry guns here in America, especially on the border. I don't know what to tell you. Terrorists these days. What are you going to do?
Now, most Canadian Border Patrol officers do not carry a gun on the job, but if that changes and C-23 is in place, guess what? U.S. Border Patrol can start carrying. That's right, a gun. What we're talking about. Good job paying attention. And we're not even done yet. So under current laws, Canadian Border Patrol agents stationed in U.S. airports and U.S. cities have to let Canadian citizens and Canadian permanent residents back into the country. And under C-23, if you're a Canadian citizen, that would not change. But if a Canadian Border Patrol agent in a U.S. city suspects that a Canadian permanent resident has violated the terms of their residency obligations, they can boot you out of the airport and you will have to return to Canada via a land border.
Refusal. A Border Services officer or other public officer may, in a pre-clearance area or pre-clearance perimeter, refuse to permit travelers to proceed or goods to be taken to Canada through the pre-clearance area or pre-clearance perimeter if the entry of the traveler or the importation of the goods into Canada does not comply with pre-clearance legislation. So if you break the law, you get fucking punished. No shit. Why are we all of a sudden so fucking pro-crime? Let all the illegals come into our country. If you break the law, you should just be allowed to go back into the country. Like, fuck you, man. If you break the law, you get fucking punished. And in Canada, you guys are so fucking weird. You fucking boot people out of your country for the most random of fucking things. Like, I've heard people say that if you have a DUI, you can't go to Canada anymore. And what are your obligations for fucking... I don't even know what the hell your obligations for fucking...
Now, the level of challenge this presents obviously depends on where it happens to you. If it happens in Buffalo, New York, that's really inconvenient and expensive and still not very fair. But what if it happens in Hawaii, where you can't get home? What are you going to do, just take up surfing? That seems impractical.
Boy, I don't know. Could you maybe take a flight to the US and then cross into Canada? Could you maybe dump off whatever contraband it is you're trying to get on the fucking plane? Like, and honestly, I gotta be honest with you. Read the whole bill. I read the whole fucking thing. And this was the part that I read the whole thing for. Because I didn't see anywhere in there anything about refusal onto a plane and the need to have to go across the land border. I didn't see that anywhere in there. So, I'm not going to say that she is outright lying to you again, but I didn't see it anywhere. So, does it exist?
So Bill C-23 extends the power of U.S. border control in Canada.
In the U.S.
Allowing them to detain you in your own country with no real legal cause.
Detention. Offense. If a pre-clearance officer has a reasonable grounds to believe that a person has committed an offense under an act of parliament, the officer may, in a pre-clearance area or pre-clearance perimeter, detain the person and detain any goods they have on their person and any goods under their control, blah, 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 blah. If you break the law or if you are doing something suspicious, you can be detained.
And if you're a legal permanent resident, you might have a little bit of trouble coming home next time you leave the country to go to the USA.
See, and you know what? You know what I have to say to that? Fuck you, cunt. Fuck you right in your ass. I'm tired of this. Oh, it's gonna be so difficult to get into the USA. Don't break the law. Don't bring contraband into our fucking country. And you're fine. Why all of this defense of crime? I really just don't fucking get it. I really don't. Maybe you can fucking find a really clever, I don't know, water park fucking comparison to explain to me why everybody wants to have crime all around them all the fucking time.
I've included more information about this bill in the description box below.
See, and I've provided for you the actual fucking bill in my description box below.
And if it really concerns you, you should contact your MP, especially if your MP is a Liberal MP, because they're the guys that introduced this bill in Parliament.
Now, just to help you out, Canadians, when you call your MP, leave out the coffee thing, because they're just going to hang up on you.
And that, my friends, is how you explain Bill C-23 using Tim Hortons.
And that, my friends, is how you make a liar and a twister of the truth look like a complete fucking asshole. Bye.